Hi folks, so this is the Tiger 900 Rally Pro, and I've just borrowed this from Webb's of Lincoln, so it's a little bit tall. I'm on tippy toes. Don't know whether you can see that. It feels pretty smooth. I don't know whether you can see the GoPro shake in there on the mirror. So the triple engine with this firing order, this 132 firing order, is a little bit thumpier, and people have said that it's sort of reminiscent of a big thumpy 2-cylinder. So I'm going to get out onto some country lanes on this beautiful end of July day. It's going to be 31 degrees. What time is it? 11:15. Oh, it's 31 degrees now. Yeah, the bars and the seat feel very reminiscent of my bike, the 1050, but the foot pegs are lower. It feels great. It feels so well balanced. So I've got a quick shifter, although it's I think it's a slipper clutch assist. Oh, that is fantastic. Second to third, it's just seamless. Third to fourth, seamless again. That is beautiful. Wow. Oh my god, I can feel a purchase coming on. Suspension feels really plush as well. A lot plusher than mine. When I was manoeuvring it around in the car park, I was thinking it was really spongy and bouncy and it was going to be too soft. But now I'm out on the road, it feels not bad at all. I don't know which way I'm going to go. I'm going to go this way. Yeah, you just pull out, pal. So it does the auto blipper as well. I've never used one, so I'm sort of having a bit of a self-tutorial as we're riding. Yeah, so the screen's a lot smaller than mine, so the noise off my crash helmet, the wind noise, is quite evident even at 45 degrees. 45 degrees? 45 miles an hour. The front brake isn't that spectacular. The Triumph one nearly catapults you out of the seat. Turning in, I don't notice any difference between this and my 1050 Sport. Feels great standing up. Everything's the right distance away, obviously. It's been superbly well designed, this bike. Yes. Oh, 40. Sorry. It feels familiar already. It's a little bit tall. I don't know whether this has got the lower seat option already fitted to it. I could cope with this. I'm 5'8", with probably 30 to 31 inch inside leg. So good torque. In fifth there at 40. The pickup is fabulous. Would you need any more power? Not really. I know people rabbit on about, you know, having 150, 60, 70 brake horsepower, and you know, bikes now go up to what? Well, Chopsy's got his up to 250 bhp. It's not usable, is it? And he says it's not usable. So it's like, what do you want out of a bike? Just pure power? Just bragging rights over pure power? So this has got, I think it's 94 or 95 bhp. And my bike, my 1050, is 126 or 5, something like that. So that's already unusable. My bike is totally quick. It nearly pulls your arms out of the sockets. Pardon me. Oh yeah, we'll go there. It's got loads of grunt. It's a little bit slower at the bottom end. The power's mid-range, all in the mid-range. But you know, I don't want to be going any faster than 80 miles an hour really anyway. 80, 85, that's totes fast enough, isn't it? I likey. I am not disappointed, even though I've not been out on this very long. What, 15 minutes? Not even that yet. And already I'm liking this bike a lot. Come on! Yep, it's absolutely all you need. And the cornering's fine. Oh yeah, going back the other way, it's slow because of this 21-inch front wheel, but not that bad. Wow, you whack that throttle. Not as fast as the 1050, Jesus. That mid-range torque is just phenomenal. Christ, that is awesome. That is awesome. I like that a lot. I don't know whether I'd have the cojones to take this off-road, to be honest. If I bought one of these, I would have to invest in some lessons, some off-road riding lessons. I don't want to do anything too spectacular, but I do want to be able to ride a bike off-road without cacking my ninnies. Morning, sir. He's a Triumph man, Bonneville man by the looks of it. So this is quite confidence inspiring, really straight away. I was a bit worried about taking it out. Firstly because of the height, secondly because of what the guy had said about cornering ability, but as long as you're aware that, you know, S-bend cornering ability, flicking the bike back through the bends, isn't as sharp as, say, a sports bike or one with a smaller front wheel. And I need to ride the GT Pro so I can work out myself which is the better ride and the most suited one for me, but I really quite fancy the idea of having the Rally Pro. I like it. I like the looks of it more. It's got the spoked wheels, so there's less chance of you damaging the wheels when you're off-road. Wowee. Wowee, mammy. I loves it. I loves it already, I do. This quick shifter as well. I prefer going up through the gears rather than going down, but it does give that lovely little rev bomb on the way down through the gears as well. And that was in road mode as well. It was firing off like that in road mode. So let's have a bit of let's have a bit of sports action. So now we're in sport. I must remember not to give it the beans, but this is a delight to ride. So cruise control, I'm presuming the cruise control works the same as mine, so if you press set it will turn it on, yes, and then you need to press set again and then it sets the speed, presuming that's how it works. It's in a better position there on the left hand side. Oh, it handles superbly well. Let's go this way. It handles superbly well. In fact, let's go this way. Yes, yes, yes. So this is where I came when I went out with Neil in his little Caterham. I'm meeting Neil after this test ride. We're going for lunch. If you've not seen that video, it is the choose your weapon video. So the only thing I can find to criticise at the moment is the front brake isn't all that, but I'm used to mine being quite severe, whereas this one just is a lot softer. There's a lot more travel in that lever as well than I'm used to. Oh, listen to that! It does sound like a twin, doesn't it? It's like you can hear the individual cylinders. Fabulosa! So you're going to go backwards in a minute, little cactus. Yeah, you do have to... oh my God! Not as fast as a Tiger Sport. I tell you what, if it's not as fast as a Tiger Sport, there's not a lot in it. And go! Oh, jeez. Every time you kick it up into another gear, it pushes you back. Handling is absolutely great. I'm not sure what these tyres are. I'll do a walk around in a bit and show you around. I'll tell you what the tyres are on this one. These are the stock tyres, so I'm sure if you just look online, you'll find out what they come out of Triumph with. I love that growl. Oh, it sounds like it means business, don't it? If you want to see how capable this bike is, 44 Teeth did a very good video with Mossy, who went over to Morocco to do it. He did a fantastic video. Are you going or not? Just wow. Yeah, it's not quite as responsive, and with the gyroscope of that big front wheel, you can feel that it feels twitchier on the back end actually. I would prefer this option with that quick shifter and blipper. I would prefer this option to the DCT. It actually makes you feel like you're riding a bike, whereas the DCT is doing it all for you, which, you know, fine. I'm not sure what I think about those radiator fins for the... not radiator fins, those cooling fins for the headlights. They look a bit ugly to me. Oh, these indicators self-cancelling. Yes! So down these sort of lanes, these bumpy back lanes in Lincolnshire, she just rides beautifully, absolutely beautifully. Yeah, the handling ain't bad at all. It really ain't bad at all. It feels very stable in the corners. So we're just going to go up here and see if I can do a bit of a walk around up here somewhere. Oh, look at that! I never knew this was here. Perfect. So, I mean, just wow. So yeah, this is her then. I think you'll agree, she's a very handsome looking bike. I know a lot of people don't really like the adventure bike look because so many people are doing it now, but I'll tell you what, I do like this. I do like this. There's not a lot for me not to like. So inline 3 engine with that 132 firing order, which I don't understand exactly, but makes it feel a lot like a twin. And it does feel a bit twinny, a bit thumpy. There's a little bit of vibes coming from it, but it's just so characterful. That engine has got so much character, it's just superb. I love it. So heated seats, we've got heated seats. Shall I put those on today? 30 degrees? Doubt it. And this is the awesome quick shifter auto blipper. So this comes in, this is the top of the range. The Rally Pro is the top of the range version of this bike. So it comes in green in this matte finish, and then it comes in black and white as well. This is the coolest colour by far, but I'm not 100% sold on the matte finish. TFT, they are what they are, aren't they, TFTs? I mean, they're nice enough, but really all you want is information about, you know, how fast you're going, don't you? What gear you're in, your fuel gauge and stuff like that. It does all that, it does it very well. I don't like this business for the rev counter. I've paid no attention to it at all this morning. Nice grab rails. I'm presuming these pegs under here are for fitting the panniers onto, and I'm also presuming rather a lot this morning, that the top box has dropped straight on. I'm presuming it's a drop and click system, so like I say, I'm presuming rather a lot this morning. Exhaust sounds great. Nicely finished swinging arm in matte black. Engine casings, if you look there on it, I just wonder if they've still left the protective polythene over the top of that. Yeah, they have, look. Let's take that off for them. There you go. I thought it had blemished up or something, but no, I've just took that off for them. And then this nice belly pan to protect your engine and down tubes from getting mashed. Lovely gold forks, and these Brembo stylemas on the front. They do stop you, but I'm used to the brakes on mine, which stop you a hell of a lot faster. So radiator with radiator guard fitted, and then it's got these little halogens as well, little halogen lights. Quite a nice look to it. Front headlights look pretty good. Although on this they do the Japanese thing where there's only one light that comes on. Well, I think she's a cracking looking bike. That colour scheme is grown on me. Now I've seen it in the flesh as well, this bike. It's just, when I first saw it, the one in the shop that I saw last week when I was booking the test ride, I thought, oh, it looks a bit big to manage actually. But I know this seat can be lowered. I think it's actually on its lowest setting now. But it's manageable. You know, I can manage it on tippy toes. Balls on my feet rather than, you know, very, very tippy toes. Switch gear, we didn't do that, did we? So, lights, head, beam, main beam, low beam, cruise control, same as usual. So press it once to set it, press it again to turn it on when you're riding. If you knock it off by either squeezing the clutch, touching the brakes, dropping the throttle, you can then just press resume and it will resume it. Mode button, so this is going to take you through everything on the screen with regards to your rider modes. Indicator, and then there's this toggle switch down here. This also navigates around the screen. I've not hit that yet instead of the indicator. That's not been a problem for me, although if I was more confident with the bike and I was pissing about by pressing this button this side to start navigating through that screen, I could see me putting the indicators on quite a lot, to be honest. The switch gear is that PCB stuff as well. So yeah, let's get back on and ride her. Oh, I love that sound. So I know that people have moaned about the vibes. I'm not really getting that much vibration. There's a little bit. Every now and again it will go through sort of a band of a band of the rev range, and it just gives you that little bit of a vibe somewhere. I've had a little bit on the seat, not really noticed much anywhere else. Oh yeah, she is a bit, even at low speed like that. But then again, I mean, low speed in 5th gear back there, and just tipped her into that bend, and she was a bit, it's different. I'm not going to say it's difficult to tip into the bend, because it certainly isn't. It's just different to what I'm used to. My 2015 Tiger handled slightly differently to my 2017 Triumph Tiger Sport, but it was just slightly different, and this is the same. It's just slightly different. You'd get used to it in no time. I just love the character that this bike's got. Would I buy it over my bike? Well, it's twice the price of what I paid for mine, but this is brand new, and it's top of the range. It's got everything on it. So I've never bought anything new. I always buy everything second hand. Let someone else take the hit on it. But I would really like to have one thing in my life, one machine from brand new. So maybe this would be it. Like I say, I need to ride the Rally Pro as well and give that a bit of a whiz round. So what else does it give me? Well, it gives me off-road capability. It's lovely and smooth. The takeoff from standing start is just nice. You know, you don't want to have your effing arms ripped out of their sockets every time you pull off. In fact, let's do a standing start. Well, what can I say? Yeah, it's not slow, this. So the rear brake, let's try it now. Yeah, it locks the back wheel up actually. Front brake again. Oh yeah. In fact, there is nothing wrong with that front brake. I think it's more gradual than my front brake. I think mine is more instant. So this is where I borrowed this bike from, guys. Webbs of Lincoln. If you live in Lincolnshire and you fancy a ride out on this Rally Pro or the GT Pro to give it a bit of a whirl, then that's the place to go. And I'll put the guy's name up now. Well, Mrs. Mogul, I'm not buying it today. I promised you, dear, I promised you I'm not buying it today. Can't afford it, cannot afford it, not buying it today. Super bloody duper. Oh god, that quick shifter is just delicious. God, it's bright. I just feel really quite confident on it. It's not a problem to handle. I prefer to lose a centimetre or two of height from the bike just for me to be able to handle it a little bit easier. So I'm going to double check with at the shop and just ask him if this is the low seat option already. Is that a deal breaker, the height of it? No, because you'd accommodate it, you'd get used to it. Also doesn't feel like a heavy bike. I think it's less than 200 kilos, this bike, or it's around about the 200 kilo mark, but it doesn't feel top heavy like the Tiger Sport does. Tiger Sport feels top heavy and this doesn't. It feels really quite light actually, and you notice that as soon as you get on it. Yeah, just little tweaks of vibration every now and again that you get, and I can feel it oddly enough because this rucksack, oh Jesus, Yeah, I know, he just threw his arms up in disgust as well. Proof, if it were needed, that these brakes are superb. Stylema Brembo front caliper. That is a stopper and a half. You see that little line on the screen there? That's where the rev counter is. This other stuff here is just superfluous nonsense. If that line was a bit bigger so you can actually follow it a bit easier. But this bike is so characterful. I love the noise. I do like the little bits of vibe that you get from it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like riding a proper bike, a proper motorbike. I can't tell the difference between the acceleration on this and the acceleration on my Tiger Sport. There, I've said it. Mid-range. The Tiger Sport will keep going at the top end and it's faster at the bottom end. But mid-range, I don't think you're going to tell the difference. So, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Subscribe to the channel if you give it a thumbs up. Bugger off if you give it a thumbs down, but let me know why. Yeah, I mean, thanks for watching, as usual. I've loved riding this bike, not a lot bad to say about it really. In fact, nothing bad to say about it. It's a cracking machine. I will be doing a ride out on the GT Pro and give that a bit of a whirl, just to find out what that's like. And I'll do a video on that one as well. But it's like I say, I cannot fault this bike really. It's exciting, it's nice, it's got a lot of character. I love the colours. Oh, Mrs. Mogul, what am I going to do?